The San Diego Padres signed Nick Castellanos. At the beginning, this is my personal opinion. When the Phillies cut him, I said, that's kind of bogus. Not because they cut him, it's because they waited. Basically, the employment for Nick Castellanos in a short window on who to sign with. People knew that he was going to probably get traded or cut. And in addition, they told him don't show up. But after listening to Nº§, I said, you know what? It kind of makes sense a little bit. Nº$ said that they were trying to trade him. But of course, if the rumor is that if he don't get traded, he's going to get cut, no team is going to sign him. Why? Because if he gets cut, they could sign him for the league minimum, and the Phillies will take the rest of whatever his contract is, which was $750,000 for the Padres out of the $20 million or $20 million the Phillies. Now, one thing I don't know, I like baseball, but I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know if this $20 million is going to affect whatever money the Phillies had on the salary cap or under the salary cap. Is it going to be included or what? I don't know. In addition, with the Padres, this month, I believe it was this month, they signed Miguel Andujar. I said, okay, he's going to be, even though Profar was gone 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I'm like, he's probably an experiment, just like Profar was. And AJ Preller is probably hoping that he becomes a success. And I said, all right, they get him. Laureano's gone, but Laureano was a mid-season acquisition on the trade deadline. So I really didn't consider him as a Padre that began the season, and you look at what they had last year at the beginning compared to this year. All the mid-season acquisition, I say it's an improvement to compete, to try to make it to, you already know your team is going to the playoffs, and now you're building the team to be able to compete in the playoffs. That's what Laureano is for me. But Andujar, he was supposed to be the DH, now it's going to be Nick Castellanos. I feel it's an upgrade, a tremendous upgrade. In addition, I do like the other acquisition that probably went under the radar. With the Padres, they signed Griffin Canning. Me being a diehard Mets fan, I felt that he was the best pitcher at his time until he got his Achilles for the Mets. Him and Peterson, but Peterson went on a decline after that. But nobody remembers how good he was at the beginning. But Griffin Canning, adding Nick Pivetta, and King and Joe Musgrove. We don't know if Musgrove is going to start the season. We don't know Griffin Canning, but we also know Joe Darvish is in the injured list, meaning there could be 3 players on the injured list at the beginning. But I do like those acquisitions for the Padres. They're not big, but they're pretty good. Last year, Griffin Canning, I believe it was a 7-3 record with a 3.77 ERA. I'm not sure about Nick Castellanos, but he's always good. Not the best in the teams that he's in, but he's a good quality player for the teams that he's in. And that's all I got. I do like these acquisitions for the Padres. I do like the strategy. Don't trade for him. Let him be cut. Sign him for $750. Let the Phillies absorb the rest of the contract and move on. Being a Mets fan, it doesn't hurt seeing the Phillies get hurt. Not in a bad way, okay? Anyways, have a good day.